This is True Buzz, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True Buzz.
When's the first time you guys smoked? When's the first time you're like, oh, I smoke? I don't mean to pry. This is the last question, personal question.
No, you're good. No, you're good. No worries. Our first times are actually different. You hopped on before I did.
Yeah, it wasn't as early as a lot of people that we know started. You know, a lot of people like, I was 13 or 15, just tried it in high school, and that's where I am now. For us, we didn't really, it wasn't necessarily in the back of our minds. Like your parents didn't really care one way or another. My parents are a lot more strict and conservative. It was funny when they found out, but it was after we had graduated, before we had turned 21. So it's kind of in between. We're like, well, we can't go out and buy alcohol, but we can go to a friend who can. And, she had weed, and, we're like, I'll try it. And you're like, I don't want to do that.
Good, thanks.
And, that's when it stole my heart. And then for you.
For me, we made homemade edibles for the first time, and we kind of knew what we were doing, but also we didn't know how to portion. So that was fun. We made firecrackers, where it's just firecrackers originally are just crackers, Ritz crackers, what have you, and peanut butter or something, and you do the decarbed wheat in the peanut butter. Us being the bougie people we are, we used brioche buns and Nutella.
That sounds good.
It was, I still want to make them again. Once I know what I'm doing, I'm like, this is going to be my go-to snack. It's going to be great. And so we made that our first time, and I ate half of mine, which was a sad choice in theory because that was too much. But I'm
for your first time.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there laying in bed, and I just couldn't stop laughing. Everything was funny to me. I'm like, oh, this is why people do it. Sold. I'm down. I get it.
I love hearing a good first edible story. I hear so many people saying oh, I got way too high. I love hearing the opposite right now. It's amazing.
I feel like we passed out. We just went to bed before the peak.
Yeah, we were feeling it, and then we're like, we're tired. We're gonna go to bed. I woke up the next day being like, did I just do what I think I did?
What's for breakfast?
Yeah.
There's one time in my life where I wake up sometimes with a weed hangover if I have a lot of edibles. But there's one time where it's I was bartending. It was 8 p.m. I'm from the following night I took it. I'm like, am I still fucking high? What?
Oh, wow.
Have you guys ever had a day like that where the edible still feels like it's in you, come noon or whenever?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've had a couple of those before. Thankfully not until the next night.
Yeah.
That's, if it's the weekend, you just go in for another one. But
True that. So what's the what are your guys' favorite edibles, or do you do homemade ones?
Let's see. What are my favorite edibles?
I really like koala bars. They're really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little, I don't know how many shops they're in, but they're starting to pop up more and more in the Denver shops. And it's just they're little easy pre-made 10 milligram dosages, but they have key lime pie flavor and raspberry cheesecake. And I'm like, oh, these are solid. I'm down.
For the longest time, they had 1,000 milligram bars, where it was 100 milligrams per dose, the decadose bars. But
sign me up.
Somebody, I think they had to take them away because somebody decided that they wanted to kill their family members and blame it on the weed.
What?
I'll get you the source.
Damn, yeah, I could see some shit like that. That's crazy.
Scaring all the old white people weed makes you kill people. No. No, Doris.
It's no, he was on crack, meth, and heroin mess, and he just smoked a joint right before.
Right, yeah.
Most likely. Sounds like Florida.
Yeah.
This is True Buzz, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, Never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True buds.